As a second language learner from a small, poor farming town in the jungles of the Philippines, I never dreamed of being in front of you today, especially to discuss the goals of STEM education in our high minority, high needs schools. As Paul said, my name is Vanessa Vitug, and I'm a proud alumni and science teacher at Mount Pleasant High School in East San Jose. In many of our educational histories, the approach to science education has been filled with moments where we sat viewing pictures of cells, frogs, ecosystems in a textbook. I'm sure some of us have witnessed classes where students sat stagnant, disinterested in the lesson as their instructor drilled them with a laundry list of unrelated facts. The Teachers Institute approach towards professional development helps to combat these issues in education. In this institute, we, as teachers, are given the freedom to be professionals in a collegial atmosphere where we are given the opportunity to develop curriculum for our own unique student populations. And furthermore, to interact with colleagues from kindergarten to higher education. How does this occur? Any student of education is familiar with the concept that to influence educational change requires a multifaceted approach, of which curriculum is a key component. In order to better deliver a rich and rigorous curriculum, teachers must have a firm grasp of their content, which was said multiple times this morning. And this is the focus of a Teachers Institute approach. In our attempt to teach STEM-based subjects, knowing your topic well enough to be comfortable and flexible and adaptable with the lesson is the key to guiding students to become explorers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Today's STEM education should be a dynamic and evolving discourse between students and their instructors as they navigate the vastness of the subject matter. Practically, this means allowing students to take part in a decision-making process with regard to the lessons they are being taught. That's uncomfortable because as teachers, we try to control our environments. We as professional educators understand the value of teaching students ownership. This is something that was definitely not taught to me in my early years of education. If a child is encouraged to participate in the decision-making process, they can now feel included instead of excluded. Feeling included is especially powerful to students who are from a minority background, since many of them have been taught never to question their elders and definitely never to question their teachers. STEM-centered classrooms go beyond the hands-on experiences and tried and true laboratory experiments. True STEM education should be a classroom where students are encouraged to engage in the application of science so that they are able to communicate the principles governing their observations. In schools like mine, where my student population is over 50% Latino and about 1% Caucasian, my students do not show excitement about the number of standards they hit on an exam. They simply don't care very much about them. Instead, what they do care about, what they are passionate about, is questions regarding why. For example, why is it that their grandparents are going blind from years of diabetes? Why is it their Nana, who is beginning to show signs of early Alzheimer's disease, is forgetting to pick them up after school? They care about their parents' blood pressure. They care about their cholesterol medication and how much it costs. And they care about the side effects of their younger siblings' ADHD pills. And more recently, disturbingly, they care about why they experience moments of depression and anxiety. Much like a toddler experiencing the world for the first time, teenagers' sense of curiosity can still be stimulated because the topic of science is so vast. All we need to do as educators and teachers and policymakers is to allow them the space and the time to be curious, to allow them to express their own lack of understanding and it being okay to not know. We need to allow them the space and time to find connections, to find the reason why it actually matters. These are the goals of today's STEM education. Know your content well enough to be flexible, to be adaptable, so that you can be the authentic facilitator of learning amongst all your students. Thank you.